Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Harab Matasa from the GMS Camp Holland, coming at you with another video. First of all, I want to start off with giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, and Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well and taught me this truth amongst other things. Salutations to the Akim pushing this word and truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. And shalom, and salutations to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom. Shalakia. So this video, I'm going to talk about purification of the nation, so to say, of the elect. Because of, as you have written in the, if you read in the Bible, that let's get the scripture. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 5, and it reads, "For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." So we are being, purified in these troubling times. And there awaits us much more troubles in the near future. But Jehovah, the Lord, the Most High, is Yahweh Messiah, is with us. Us of the hopeful elect. Because we're gonna have a rough time, man. And not only in America and Europe, but also the othermost part of the earth. And I was reading this about how to make a samurai sword. The samurai sword is one of the way they forged the sword. They made it so hard and so dense that it can slice through a lot of things, man. Of course, not diamond, but yeah. For steel, it is very, very, very strong steel, and very sharp. And here says purifying, step 3, purifying the steel. The best pieces of the tamagane are sent to a swordsmith who heats, hammers, and folds the steels repeatedly up to 16 times. You see, 16 times. You're gonna smash it, and then you're gonna fold it again, smash it, 16 times. And he does it because in order to further combine the iron and carbon and to draw out any remaining impurities or slag. That's why he's purifying the steel. And that's the way how Messiah is making us purified. He's purifying us, by these hardships and these rough times we're going through. And it might not seem pleasant to a lot of us, but yeah, to the scripture and also the wisdom understanding of the scriptures, then you get a different view on the situations that you are put in. Therefore, I had this scripture. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also in the book of Sirach, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 4, and it reads, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate." I was texting with this brother from our camp, Nathaniel, and he also put up the scripture, man. I know the scripture, but he put up the scripture, and I was, yeah, man. That's why the scripture also said, comfort each other with these words, as iron sharpened iron, so does the friend sharpen the countenance of his friend. Let me get the scripture. Iron. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 17, and it reads, "Iron sharpened iron, so a man sharpened the countenance of his friend." See, that's how we are in Great Millstone, We out there to help each other, to build each other up, not to tear each other down, or drag each other down. We're here to build up, be there for each other, in time of need. in time of pleasure, you know, when we are happy, you know, when we are holding the biblical feast days together, you know, like the Sabbath. You know, that's beautiful, man. That's one of the most beautiful days in the year, man. The Sabbath day. You know, we're together as brothers, as Akim. So yeah, when thou art brought to a lower state, take it cheerfully. There's no understanding of the Most High. That's also a good scripture. I'm gonna grab that scripture also. My ways are not your ways. My ways are not your. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 8. Oh, maybe 7. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So you see, you cannot. He's the potter, and we are the clay. How can you get? There's no possibility you can have the same wisdom or understanding or knowledge, you know, that the Most High has, because he's the Most High. The name says it all, man. So let's go back to the things I prepared. This I wanna try to look for a video how they smash the steel from the Japanese samurai.
Every Dutch person can earn thousands of euros per week by investing only 250 euros.
Whatever, man.
This is a video about how Japanese swords are made. Swords that are strong enough and sharp enough to slice a bullet in half.
Only.
The access we got for this video is incredible. We were able to film everything from gathering the iron sand, to smelting the iron, forging the sword, to sharpening and polishing it. They even let us use it.
To the piece that they are
where steel ends up in
smashing and folding it, because that's where it gets in the fire.
But as the pure iron is if you heat up those iron oxides to over 1250 degrees Celsius, you can break the bonds with oxygen and get pure iron.
See?
But pure iron is actually softer than bronze. So in its elemental state, iron provides no advantage. But nature gave humans a lucky break. One of the few ways you can heat something up to 1250 degrees is with charcoal. And charcoal is basically pure carbon. And if you add just a little bit of carbon to iron, it creates an incredibly strong alloy, steel.
Yeah, a lot of people see it as a heat process. I see it as a chemical process.
Water after and like, and then measuring it mixed to 60.
100 clumped together into and
2 is 6 o'clock and
take the smelt.
Let me see where they smash the steel.
This is when the forging begins. In the old days, this would have been done by the swordsmith and 3 apprentices. The swordsmith, using a smaller hammer, would set the rhythm, and the apprentices would use big mallets to flatten the steel.
Whew. That was terrifying.
These days, electric hammers are used.
Technology. I prefer the old style, the old ways.
When the steel is flat enough, it is then bent back on itself.
Yeah, but
This effort
basically
for
is
the important
to
things.
show that they are bending
First,
the steel and make it harder. So let's go back to the scriptures. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13, and it reads, "Enter ye in at the straight gate, For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. So that's why you have to be circumspectly, man, in this truth, in this life, because we are there are being thrown a lot of difficulties in our lives, and you have to be how you say it, biblical minded, not to be deceived by the earthly things, the worldly things, so to say. Because as the scripture also said, enter ye into the straight gate, for wide is the gate that broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which there go thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So you see, you have to be smart, man. Walk as wise men. To walk as wise men. But yeah, the Most High God's our back. You know, He know what He gonna give us and what we can handle. So therefore, I got this scripture. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 13, and it reads, "There had no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh Shem Yashai is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it." You see, and He ain't gonna give you things that you cannot handle, man, or you cannot bear it. The Most High knows you. I knew thee before I made you in the womb. And so that's also a scripture, you know. That's a scripture. In the womb. Jeremiah 1 verse 5, yeah. That is the top version. So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 verse 5, and it reads, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations." The Most High knew who you were in the spirit before we came into the flesh in this world, man. The Most High is, I have no words for this, man. For the Most High, He's beautiful. He's also the King of Terrors. There's also the name of Him, but yeah, you know, I still love Him. You know, I still love Him. Kahallah Yahweh Shemir Shai. Him and His Son. So let's go to the next scripture. This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 12, and it reads, "Blessed, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai had promised to them that love Him." And that love Him, and let's talk about love. If you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, KJV. This is the book of John, chapter 14, verse 15, and it reads, "If you love me, keep my commandments." And the commandments, let's go to the commandments. You have a lot of commandments. Commandments, KJV. Let's see, which verse you're gonna give me. Yeah, you have the 10 commandments, but there are more. But basically it says, if you love me, keep my commandments, you know? And by the 10 commandments, you know, let's go into that. I need to KJV, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verse 1, and it reads, And Moses called all Israel, Yashar'Allah, and said unto them, Hear, O Yashar'Allah, the statutes and judgments which I speak in your hearts this day, in your ears this day, Slakia, that ye may learn them and keep and do them. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, our power, had made a covenant with us in Horeb. Yahweh Bashem Yoshai made not this covenant with our fathers, but with us, even us, who are all of us were here alive this day. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai talked with you face to face in the mount out of the midst of the fire. I stood between the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai and you at that time, and to show you the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, for ye were afraid by reason of the fire, and went not up into the mount, saying, I am the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. Thou shalt have none other gods before me. Thou shalt not make thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in or earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, thy power, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and shewing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Keep my commandments. If they love me, keep my commandments. You got it. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, thy power, in vain, for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it, as the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, thy power, hath commanded thee. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservants, nor thine ox, nor thine ass, nor any of thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates, that thy manservant and maidservant may rest as well as thou. And remember that thou wast a servant in the land of Egypt, and that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai had thy power, brought thee out of thence through a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. Therefore the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, thy power, commanded thee to keep the Sabbath day. Honor thy father and thy mother, as the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, thy power, hath commanded thee, that thy days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with thee in the land which the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, thy power, giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, neither shalt thou commit adultery, neither shalt thou steal, neither shalt thou bear false witness against thy neighbor. Neither shalt thou desire thy neighbor's wife, neither shalt thou covet thy neighbor's house, his field, or his manservant, or his maidservants, his ox, or his ass, or anything that is in thy neighbor's. These words the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yoshai spake unto all your assembly in the mount out of the midst of the fire, of the cloud, and of the thick darkness, with a great voice, and he added no more. And he wrote them in 2 tables of stone, and delivered them unto me. So you see, this keep my commandments. That's a part of the commandments. What the 10 greatest commandments that is. Yeah, that was James 1 and 12. Let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 13, and it reads, But he shall endure unto the end. But he that shall endure to the end, unto the end, the same shall be saved. So you have to hold on, man. Fight the good fight. Keep on track. You know, when you fall, get up. As the scripture says, a righteous man falls 7 times, but get up again. So this is the book of Isaiah, Chapter 55, verse 9. Oh, I already read this, yeah. So, let's go to the judgment. A righteous man falleth 7 times. A righteous... Just man. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 16, and it reads, For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. So you get to have, stand up, fall, stand up, fall. Don't give up. Don't be a quitter, man. Because this is not word to quit upon, man. This is Yahweh Hashem Yeshua, his will for the elect, for the hopeful elect. To push on the scriptures, man. Push this doctrine, his laws, his statutes and commandments. As the scripture said, he loved me, keep my commandments. So yeah, on to the next video. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory and power to Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well and taught me this truth amongst other things. Salutations to the Achium, who push this word in truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. And Shalom and salutations to the 144,000, the hopeful elect, and your Akwat and Aquiam who listening. Shalom.